All right, we have a game number for the 2022 of the 1990 season summer sprint play-in game for the playoffs. And they have yet to kick off, probably waiting for us. Dennis has joined us.
Hi,
Dennis.
I have them kicked off. I already have 2nd and 10.
Yep. Okay. Yes. Just zoomed up to 2nd 10 for me too, on a Altoon drop of a short pass guessed wrong.
Yeah, I like the way you describe those because it's guessed wrong on the receiver card and it hits the only number it can hit. So 6 out of 36 chances of it being complete. He fumbled it, and their fumble finger bounced off his helmet or something.
And, I had time. I usually, if I have time, I try to get a higher magnification for the broadcast, but I didn't do it. So sorry, everybody. This is a little bit small on your screen for the playoffs, especially. I tried to do that. So we got 2nd and 10. Short pass. Mathis is double teamed this time, and also incomplete again on a 7 on the receiver card. So we got a 4th and 10. Somehow we missed a play, Dennis. Right? We skipped play.
We came in at 2nd down. We didn't see what the 1st down play was.
Well, the 11 roll for Verdun is not a fumble. It's on a 10. He rolls the 11 and gets 20 yards.
Wow.
And a good start for Erie.
So just to set it up, Erie is average. And they run a 3-4. Dracut is also a 3-4 and also average.
1st and 10 off tackle. Biner guessed wrong. Tackle makes the block 6 yards. Regular season, it was a 1-point game. Erie won 27-26. Scored with 4:48, under 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Mike told me in that game, Erie hit towards the end of the half an end run on the D cards for plus 47 or plus 48 when he had subbed out his four defensive end for a 0 with higher pass rush. And it was on the snake eyes roll.
And there's another drop, this time by Biner. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Erie has, I think, the good punt return, the short punt. They're in Dracut territory.
Yeah, they could be thinking 4 down. Probably not this early on. In that game, Erie outgained Dracut 380 to 304 and had a nice yards per play advantage too. So seemed to control it.
It's a dangerous card, that Randall Cunningham. He has 4 end runs with big yardage guessed wrong.
It's a fantastic card. Flat pass to Biner guessed wrong. He gets short gain for 16, 1st down. Up to the Dracut 32, 1st and 10 for Erie, making a penetration into scoring range here. That Cunningham card is... Sorry?
No, I was just saying, guess right was 4 yards anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Cunningham card is lethal. Take a look at it here. Short pass is... talked about it a little bit in the playoff preview show. Here's a short pass. Incomplete on the 4-man. Avoided a 40% sack. Cunningham's short pass is just a difficult one to deal with. Long pass, too. Not a very good flat passer. His 7 is lethal. Across the board, 7s are incomplete for Cunningham. Does right, wrong, double teamed, indifferent. Just will not complete a 7, will not get a must run, but everything else is pretty strong. Off tackle Smith. He has an excellent off tackle wrong card, but he goes to the defensive card to make it 3rd and 7. So 2 opportunities for Erie here. Can't cash them. 2 plays, just 3 yards. And faces 3rd and 7.
They are 2 through 7 for the field goal from this range, from 23 and 32. In case he doesn't convert here. So there you see on 3rd and 1 that substitution of the 0 defensive end into the game. The CM suggested, but it looks like Mike's changed it now so that Donald Evans, the 4-6, stays in there.
Going 3-3-5 against the pro set. And waiting for the play call. It's Bryant, who can catch the ball pretty well, and Biner, who can also catch the ball pretty well. It's a short pass to Biner. must run is 5 yards. He's going to be short, 4th and 2 from the 22. Matt Barr from inside the 23 faces some variable risk here.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go for it. He is 2 through 10 from the 13 to the 22, but he's not looking for the positive adjustment. He figures 2 yards with Biner and Smith. He's going for it.
These are two teams that don't go for it often. Erie 4th from the bottom in 4th down attempts. Dracut the lowest, only 18 4th down attempts. But here we see one early. Linebacker Smith, he's going to get it. Can't make the block, but still 2 yards because of no linebackers. First down for Erie. Erie was 3rd in the league in 4th down conversion percentage at 54%.
He would have needed to plug with both guys in the zone in order to stop it. One man in the zone was also +7 or +2.
Right there would have been no game with 2 on the 6 white die. Short gain. Our Ernest Biner off tackle down to the 8, 1st and goal. So look at the red zone. Erie number 1 in the league at 79%. Nobody better.
Wow.
It's Biner and Smith. And, part of the reason is Cunningham. I mean, those short passes, guessed right. Don't need a completion. There's a short gain touchdown. First play, Biner up the gut, 8 yards, 6-0. Erie takes the lead.
And I would say the majority of those plays were guessed wrong. So good job on Brian for catching Mike off guard on that first drive.
7-0. And Dracut will start out the 23, 8:06 left, first quarter.
Mike's got that excellent James Brooke halfback card.
And he finally found some luck with it yesterday in what was the last couple games. The end run wrong finally started working for Brooks, who had not been getting the rolls most of the season. Let's see if he can keep it going. Always goes too tight. Keeps Metzelaars in there. Here's an off tackle that Brooks guessed wrong. Going to get 21.
That's a big one. He had moved the linebacker over.
So there's a nice start for Brooks up to the 44, 1st and 10. Erie.
Go ahead.
No, just say first downs. Erie is not one to guess right. 3rd lowest in the league at 58% on first down. And there you see a guessed wrong again on first down, and it's 8 yards for Brooks.
Yeah, my point was that one of the things that's interesting about this 90 set is the pass blocking against the pass rushing matchups. And you have Dracut with a 6'5", 4'3", 5'4", 0'2", 4'4", and Erie's got a 5'8" on the one defensive end and a 5'10" on the other defensive end. Inside run to Green.
He's going to get 4, so first down.
So if those defensive end matchups come up in a pass rush situation on a short pass, that could be trouble for Dracut. But he does have that 0-rated nose tackle up the middle, so you wonder if maybe he'll wind up running some draws at some point if he sees a lot of pass calls.
Another guessed wrong first down here, and Rob Moore, short pass, gets a long gain. That's a score. Dracut comes right back from 44 yards out. Guessed wrong first down passing. DeBerg hits him on the Moore receiver card. Gary Anderson on for the extra point. It's good. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, he'd like to bank some of those yards, but he'll take it.
So,
and that's the thing. When you have a 0 nose tackle, you are going to wind up calling run a little bit more than normal. So,
yeah, Erie had trouble guessing pretty much all year. We talked a bit in the playoff preview a lot about your ability to guess right, Dennis. Here's a look and pass to Horton, incomplete. In terms of margin, you did lead the league. You had an 8 percentage point margin in guessing. Erie was 3rd from the bottom, -6 percentage points. 2nd and 10. And, there's a lot of reasons for that, like you say. Sometimes you have such a strength that you feel comfortable just calling one and letting somebody run, or any number of other reasons, such as that
Right.
zero nose tackle.
It makes a lot of sense.
Short pass Hester. It is guessed right, incomplete on Hester's card. Hester had 56 catches, and on 56 catches, average what, 20 yards, 19 yards per catch on 56. That's
You
a
can
big
see
number.
why. Look, you can see looking at that guest right card. If you hit a number, you're going to get a big one.
So now 3rd and 10.
And when you have a quarterback like Cunningham, you want to be throwing short and long to take advantage of the must runs.
And indeed, Erie led the league in short pass attempts this year. 340. Lowest was Wisconsin with 132. Not blitzing. Gerald Williams has caused a lot of problems with his 9 pass rush. Long pass, Horton. He's doubled up by Garth. Yes, it's complete. The linebacker double teams. It goes to the receiver card, and Horton, with just, I don't know, what's that, 9 chances, hits on the 10 for 36 yards.
And that's another one where you want to be aggressive with the double teams, but if he had just left everybody home in a base, that would have been incomplete with one man in zone.
Yep. Dracut. Speaking of league leaders, you've hit on a couple of them here. There's a long pass to Brooks. It's going to be covered up by Pollard. 4 white die. Nobody double teams more than Dracut. 650 on the year. Next up was Wisconsin, 100 behind at 561.
Wow.
So Dracut just been doubling like mad. The low was Emerald Isle at 135, to give you an idea of the range. Big range there. 2nd and 10. There's a draw to Smith. Again goes the defensive card and gets no gain. Disappointing for Erie. Smith can do some damage. Instead, it's 3rd and long. And wait for a formation. Going 3 wide with Smith again. 3rd down success. Erie 12th in the league at 34%. Dracut just behind at 33. I think it'd be a little bit better with Cunningham's help. Looking for double teams. Instead, it's a line buck to Smith. The center cannot make that block. 4th and 8 would have been a first down if he could, but he went 3 wide, so no 6 was going to do it. On the 6 white die, Matt Barr likely in here. He is. And the kick is good, barely. I'm going to step away for a second, Dennis, if you could call for a moment.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So 10-7, Erie retakes the lead. And we have a kickoff out to the 40. So that's where Dracut will start their second drive. James Brooks in a 2 tights, 2 wide formation as the halfback. McKellar, Metzelaars are the tight ends. Moore and Toon are the wide receivers. Off tackle left, there's nobody there, but the guard can't make the block. Bruce Reimers could not find rhymers or reasons to push his man out of the way. There was again, there was pressure on the other side. Erie was bringing men to the right off tackle side and also on the right end run side. Off tackle left, now there's a man in the zone. It's a pass call, not calling a draw. It hits an 11. Plus 45. James Brooks breaks it open. They crowded the line of scrimmage, but he broke through all the way down to the 13-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Break it there. Big run there. You get a guest run. You had a man in zone. D card would have been hardly anything. Instead, it went on the offensive cards, and Brooks hit one of those big numbers. 4 runs for 76 yards so far, 19-yard average per carry for James Brooks. Crossing pattern to Rob Moore. There's pressure coming. Guessed right, incomplete. And that's why you like that Steve DeBerg card. He's got a 2-3 interception split. Guessed right. That's nothing for this era. And guessed wrong. Look at that. Look at that guessed wrong card. He's got completions 2 through 7 and 9. So pretty impressive. Quick out right to McKellar. So man there, he's a 4. Oh, it hits the interception split. Imagine that, throwing an interception this deep in the opponent's end, opening yourself up to like an 88-yard kickoff or interception return for a touchdown. So 3rd and 9. Still 2 tights, 2 wides for Dracut. DeBerg under center, not in the shotgun. That means Brooks could run to all 3 zones. It's a curl to Altoon, covered by a 5. And here goes DeBerg. He tries to scramble away, but he's brought down by Terry Kennard. Gary Anderson comes on for the field goal chance. I didn't even get a chance to look at his field goal kicker, but Anderson has a reputation of being good, but the kick is blocked. The defensive team recovers. It was a 2 through 10 chance. Oh, those drive you crazy. Those are the types of plays where Mike comes at me after the game and says, I hate this game. So let's see what he says.
That'll do it.
It'll drive you nuts. So from the 1 yard line all the way out to the 22, he's 2 through 10. So it wasn't a negative adjustment or anything, just a bad roll.
That hurts bad. That hurts bad. To get that deep, get that nice big hit on Brooks's card.
Yeah, you almost feel like you wasted it. Like, oh my God, I'm getting all these guessed wrong runs. I'm getting all these yards. But if you don't have the points to back it up, you feel like it was a missed opportunity.
Well, Cunningham now trying to build the lead. Short pass to Brooks. He's double teamed. Ronnie Lott's doing it. So it's as much of a double team as you can get. And the receiver does show up incomplete on the 7. Would have been incomplete everywhere.
So what's the cigar of choice, Anthony?
We have a Romeo and Juliet. They call it Reserve, whatever that means. Churchill, which is my go-to.
Very good.
And it's tasting.
I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy your broadcast. Is you get that cigar going, a little bit of what is it you prefer to drink? It's not brandy, right?
All sorts of stuff. Often in the wintertime, like, Grand Marnier, cognac stuff. Summertime, I've got beer right now.
Got it. Cognac, that's it.
A sour goose from Belgium.
Nice. Good combo.
Short pass, Bryant on this 3rd and 8, incomplete. Turns it right back over here. There's a 3 and out after the turnover. Or after the block kick, I should say.
If you can weather the storm on those momentum turning plays, that can shift it back in your direction.
Well, look at that. Mathis, a 26-yard return. You had 2 of the better guys in the game right there. Landetta, I think, is one of just 2 All-Pros from Erie. Punted it away, but the league-leading punt returner, Mathis, goes for 26 to put Dracut right back in business in Erie territory at the 45.
Yeah, I wish that's one thing I regret for my draft is I had a chance to decide between a 3rd wide receiver and a better punt returner. I should have gone with the better punt returner.
And that would have been
base so much. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that was my choice at that time, and I went with the 3rd wide receiver.
And who is that 3rd wide receiver? Short pass, Marcus Rowe.
See, I don't even use him, so hold on, I'll open it up.
This time incomplete. More incomplete on his card. He hit the long gain on it. Wrong for the Dracut touchdown in the first quarter. Now faces a 3rd and 6 from the Erie 41. We noted that Dracut is the lowest 4th down attempt team in the league. So let's see what he's thinking here. Doesn't matter. 9-yard pickup is stopped as Hackett makes the play on the one white guy.
1 yard, yeah. Now that's 1 yard.
4th and 1. He's going, yeah. So on those 18 attempts, he only converted 17%, worst in the league. 17% is an ungodly low number. You don't hear a number that low, typically.
Yeah, he's due. Part of the problem is if you stay in a single back set, you can key a little easier. Guess wrong run.
Incomplete.
Oh,
Dude
my
can't bring
goodness.
it in. Guess wrong. Turnover on downs. The woes continue for the Dracut 4th down assault. And it's back over to Erie with the 10-7 lead, 11:06 left, first half.
So my third wide receiver is Vance Johnson, who's got like a 5.55 card or 5.54, but he only had 6 catches on the year for me. So I wasn't going 3 wide very much.
Biner and Smith, the usual pro set here for Erie. Short pass, Horton. And it's a sack. Donald Evans comes in on a 40% chance, gets a 17 roll.
Yeah, so Erie's got really strong pass blocking. They go 6.5, 5.7, 4.5, 4.7, and 4.7. I bet you they led the league in fewest sacks allowed, unless Randall Cunningham had a bunch of must-run sacks.
I can tell you this much. They were 4th in the league in pass blocking. We have an incomplete on second. Just 34% of their challenges got through for sacks.
Got it.
So, yeah, right up there at the top. 3rd and 15 now. Bryant in on this 4 wide. Stanley Morgan and Verdun join the wide receiver crew here. Verdun and Morgan both facing a 0. Brooks versus the 4. Hello, Butch. You are muted, I see. Feel free to chime in if you'd like. 3rd and 15. Short pass, Brooks. He's double teamed, incomplete. So these teams trading some 1 series possessions. Dracut does not get burned on the missed 4th down. Instead, it's a punt from Landetta. Fair catch by Mathis. And Dracut will start out with 27, down 10-7, 9:54 left, first half. Too tight, as usual. Jamie Mueller is an option. Doesn't play him often. Short pass to Moore. Guessed wrong. Incomplete. On to Berg's card, which is complete, essentially. 2 through 9. You get good stuff. But DeBerg can't find it. He's just 2 of 9 so far today, Dennis.
That is just bad luck. He's had a couple of guess wrong receiver readings, guess wrong quarterback's card. Just can't seem to hit that number.
Stays too tight. End run. Brooks. Man is there. Guessed wrong. Get 6 yards. Going to Brooks's card consistently here. 3rd and 4. That's a lot of what Michael didn't get in the regular season, was guessed wrong running on Brooks's card. But he's been getting it back these last handful of games. 3rd and manageable now. Stays in the 1-back set. Off tackle, Brooks.
Plugged, but guessed wrong.
Gets 6 again on his card. So hits the 12 number, guessed wrong. You'd hope for more there with a card like Brooks's, but nonetheless, first down out to the 39. You can make the case that Mueller has a role in this game with that 0 nose tackle in there for some more inside blocking. With the blocking back. Metzler's does not bring much in terms of pass catching. Short pass Moore. Moore makes the catch on his card. He's made a couple catches on his card. 1 for a touchdown. 1st and 10 now inside Erie territory at the 48, just about halfway through second quarter. Flat pass McKellar, guessed wrong. 8 yards. Takes advantage. You want to get 7, 8 yards if you're flat passing, guessed wrong. Anything less than that, you're a little disappointed. So got to be happy there. 2nd and 2.
One thing about if he does go to the blocking back, he loses. He goes down from Metzler's 5 to a run blocking of 4, but Mueller can go deep. So There's that.
And he's not a bad runner either. He's not a great runner, but he's not a bad runner. Percy Snow makes a big play, 3rd and 3. As the linebacker stepped into the zone.
But I hate having that second tight end that can't go deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Metzelaars is he's we understand why. I mean, a lot of end runs for Brooks, so it makes a lot of sense in some ways. Off tackle, nobody's there. Guessed right. Harold Green looking for 3, gets 4 on his card. First down, up to the Erie 37.
So despite the couple of drives that ended, with bad luck, I guess you'd say, not being able to convert, he goes down and get a touchdown here. He's got the lead, and we're coming up towards the end of the second half. So, or into the first half. So into the second quarter. So things are not all bad for Dracut.
Here's a guessed right end run. And just when he wants it to go the defensive card, it does. Just gets 2 though. 2 5s on the defensive end for Erie on both sides. So just 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep an eye on is the snap fumble rating of DeBerg is a 7, which is still good. It's average or a little
elevated,
bit above average.
Yeah.
But Randall's is only a 1. So we'll see if one of those guys comes up with a snap fumble today.
Yeah, Randall is a mint card in so many ways. Dino Hackett can't make that play, so 3 big yards there. The 5 cannot hold up to the 6 white die. 3rd and 5.
Interesting situation here.
Yeah, it is.
We're at the edge of field goal range. The field goal kickers are not great from this range, but he stays in base. He could run a draw, and if he drops one of those inside linebackers, he loses contain. Like a line buck draw is what I mean. Let's see what he's thinking.
Tough place to run a draw. You don't want to lose yards. Off tackle Brooks. Man is there, guessed wrong. Nobody behind. Gets 3.
Nah, you should have ran a draw. Come on now. Perfect spot for a draw.
He's going to go, and he's been 50% from this range, and he misses again.
I'm telling you, draw, baby.
Draw indeed would have given him the first down. Instead, Gary Anderson has been very spotty. Gets hit by the variable, which pushed him back another 4 yards. You see that right there.
Anderson obviously swayed by all the Steeler gear in my house. I see. Erie, Pennsylvania. Is that closer to Pittsburgh than Philadelphia? I guess so.
It is closer, yes, closer to Pittsburgh. It might be closer to Cleveland than Pittsburgh.
That's right, the mistake by the lake.
Yeah. So Erie has time, plenty of time. Can do whatever they want. 3:54 and 3 timeouts. And again, Smith is not getting any action on his card. Guessed wrong. Just gets 2. Since we sort of joined in a hurry, let's see here. We had Dracut take first possession. So Erie's going to get the ball back at the start of the 3rd quarter. Can string a couple first downs here. They can hog the ball and try to do a 1-and-1 or 2-for-1, you might say. Well, there's a short gain on a draw to Biner. Biner's been hitting the short gains today. These 5 carries, 40 yards, up to the Erie 43.
And a lot of these running backs have those guessed right or guessed wrong short gains on 9. Biner is not one of them. So if you had guessed him right, that would have been no gain.
Biner, nice solid card. Nothing more.
His guessed right, guessed wrong is on a 4.
Mm-hmm. Short pass, lots of sack opportunities. No D-die, 12 yards on Brooks's card. Into Dracut territory, now 2:42 left. Make it 2:06. He can really drain it down here if he desires. Play for 3 in the ball, or he can go for it. Let's see what he does. It's the typical formation of pro set. It's an off tackle to Biner. The tackle cannot make the play. It goes right instead of left, and that costs him a few yards. 2nd and 7. Right tackle is Mark Dennis. Richmond Webb on the other side has a 6 run block. One of the few years he doesn't have a 7 pass. Short pass, Hester. Not double teamed. It's a must-run touchdown for Randall Cunningham. 42 yards on a 52-yard must-run reading, and it's 16-7 Erie.
It's deja vu all over again. At the end of the half in the regular season, Randall took it around the end for a long gain, 48 yards or 47 yards. And he does it again this time for 42-yard touchdown.
You know, that's the sort of thing, too. I mean, when your first-round pick is doing stuff against you, I mean, that's what first-round picks are supposed to do, you know? If it was some guy deep inside Erie's team, one of the Washington backs, beyond Biner and Riggs and the others going for big ones. So then, but Cunningham's doing what he's supposed to do. He's a first-round quarterback, and that's what a first-round quarterback should do, make a big play. That's kind of game-changing. One thing it does do, though, is give Dracut some time to get some points back here. 137 and 3 timeouts.
Yeah, close it at 17-14 if you can. Even 17-10. And get a stop on the first drive of the third quarter. You're back in business.
Too tight. Nothing too aggressive here in terms of formation. Long pass to Moore, and he's sacked. Derek Thomas, the other All-Pro, other than Sean Landeta on Erie, gets him for a loss of 7. Thankfully, no fumble. Thankfully for Dracut, anyway. Makes it 2nd and 17. Does not use the timeout. Or at least we don't think he does. No, he doesn't. He stays too tight. Erie, the thought enters the mind of trying to grab another 3 points here on the 2nd and 17. Likely to see a run here from Brooks around the end, as it kills a few birds with one stone for Dracut. Instead, he goes off tackle, close enough. The end can't make the block. Will force the timeout from Erie, who's sniffing a 3-score lead here. End the ball. Do we get the timeout? We don't get the timeout from Erie, do we? Well, let's see. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it looks like it's 45 seconds to go, 3rd and 17. So no timeout.
Too tight shotgun with Green in the backfield. Linebuck Green. He's going to get 7. The linebacker was there to prevent the boxes, which would have been a first down, 17 yards. So nice job by the D. It's only a 34-yard punt. Here's the dangerous Verdun. 6 yards. So avoids his 20-plus gains. Erie at the 38. Only one kicker made a 50-yard kick all year, Dennis.
Who was it?
So 50-yarders are not the...
no, definitely not the norm in 1990.
It was Philadelphia's kicker. I forget who that was. Flat pass to Smith gets 3.
Looks like Randall has not used a single end run yet. He still has 4 left. His big one came on a must run.
That's a very good observation. Goes 4 wide, though, so the one white die would kill him here. He needed 2 or 3. Decreases the chance a little bit, but could still go that way. He's got a 0 out there on the left side. Short pass to Morgan. 4 men in zone, complete for 11. Couldn't get out of bounds. Calls his 2nd timeout now. He has 2 plays in theory to work with if he can get some help from the dice. 4 wide, not a shotgun, keeping that end run alive. And there it is, end run Cunningham. Gets the 4 roll. That's good enough for 12. He'll take it, I suppose. And got out of bounds. So up to the Drake at 36, approaching field goal range.
Still has that timeout in his pocket with 8 seconds left. You're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. You already used one of Randall's end runs. What do you think about using another one here? Get that plus 18 to get you into good field goal range.
That for sure. Let's see what formation he goes with. A look in 2 might be helpful here. Okay, yep. That opens up the end run. The 4 shows back up on the field at the end. So Michael thinking what you're thinking. Short pass Morgan. Complete for 11. Up to the 25. Erie, 7th in the league, 73% from 40 yard to 50 yards. Matt Barr misses it.
Yeah, only 2 through 6. Yeah, 2 through 6 in this range.
And boom.
Or
we
2
get
through
a
7.
kickoff.
Excuse me, 2 through 7.
Michael fires away into the third quarter. And Cunningham has the ball for Erie, leading 17-7.
That's how you can tell he's a little frustrated.
Look in, guessed wrong. Goes to the defensive card and just gets 2. So it could have been more damage there. 2nd and 8. Sticking with the pro set. Off tackle, guessed right this time. Now it goes to Smith's card, and he just gets 4. Guessed wrong would have been 16. Brings up 3rd and 4. Good call by Michael. Michael not known for guessing run often. Finished 12th in the league in total run calls. Long pass, Hester. Man is back there. Guessed right. Blitzer's coming. Must run. Cunningham converts the first down. And Randall Cunningham. 4 carries, 71 yards. Some huge plays, of course, including the touchdown.
Guessed wrong. That was a long game. So it could have been worse.
Linebuck Biner guessed wrong. Nobody home. Short gain, 14 yards. Biner. Just full of short gains today.
Yeah, seems to be landing on his card over and over again.
Dracut has to stop the bleeding here. Has plenty. He's got 20 yards to work with here to stop it. And there's a nice play. There you go. 2nd and 11. Sets up a 2nd and long. Stays in the pro. This is where it's tough. This is where it's tough to defend Erie. Steve Smith lingers out there. He can bang it. Cunningham can do damage. These receivers, his big yards. End run, Cunningham. Guessed wrong. It's the Cunningham's card for 18 yards. First down up to the 31.
Coaching against that, you're like, yeah, I knew that was coming. It's going to hit me at some point. Still got 2 end runs left.
Off tackle, Biner. Guessed wrong. 1 man there. Linebacker can't make that play. 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Holding into a field goal here is more important than usual. Keeps it a 2-score game if he can pull it off. Off tackle. And there's 17 yards. Finally goes to Smith's card. He's up to the 11. That brings Smith's average back up into the normal range, up to 4.3 on the day.
This is why you don't want to get into these playing games. Too many things can happen.
Complete there. And Erie's a tough out, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Michael had a chance to avoid this by beating South Florida, who finished at 5-12. But on any given Sunday or any given Tuesday night.
Yeah, South Florida did some damage at the end of the year, knocked Midwest out of the playoffs in their playing game, sitting with 8 wins. And then beat Dracut last night. Pro set here. This league-leading red zone offense. Short pass, Ethan Horton. Incomplete. There's that 7 on Cunningham's card. 3rd
Black
and 10.
hole right in the middle of his card. Like you're saying, wrong, right, or double. Nothing there.
On any level.
Oh, even on a flat pass, there's nothing there, huh?
Even on flat.
Wow. That's cool. It's a neat card.
Non-blitzing, 3-3-5. Looking to maximize the doubles. The doubles, of course, are what slows down Cunningham's must run. I mean, that was an important dynamic coming into this game, knowing how much Dracut likes to double, leads the league in double teams. Has not worked out so far. His must runs have killed him.
They're done earlier. He would have doubled. He would have stopped the must run.
Goes to Biner. Linebacker is behind. Gets no gain on the one white die. 4th and 10. Forces the field goal. And Dracut, really an important stop there. The field goal is good, 20-7, but keeps it a 2-score game. 8:24 left, third quarter. Start out from the 33.
Not only did he get points on that drive, Erie used up half the clock.
So what are you doing here, Dennis, if you are Dracut? Sticking to the game plan, presumably?
Oh, absolutely. But you do need to, everything's on the table. Brooks in runs, Brooks off tackle. You can do whatever you want. You can open it up. Here's a guessed right run. Would have been +2 either way. But you need to get points. You need to get points on this drive. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive with the 4th downs if it's under 5 yards. But that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get some points on the board.
You'll see no change in strategy. Stays in the 2 tight. End run again to Brooks. This time nobody's there, guessed wrong. The defensive end can't make that play. The 6 white die helps out. Makes it 3rd and 1.
Still a little frustrating for Mike, though, because every time he's guessed wrong, it seems to land on Erie's card when they're on offense. And when he's on offense, guessed wrong, it's landing on that D card more often than not.
At least lately. Brooks hit a bunch early on.
Yes. This is, what do you call that? Recency bias. So,
yes. On this 3rd and short, Green checks in the backfield. It's a linebuck to Green. 1 man is there, guessed wrong.
But no draw.
He gets it.
He still gets it.
Nose tackle checked upon. He's a 0. 5 yards. Would have gotten either way. 1st and 10 up to the 47. 6 minutes now left, third quarter. Haven't seen much of McKellar. He's up against the 5. Flat pass, McKellar. Right on cue. Up against the 6 out there. And it's a snap fumble. DeBerg lets it go. He picks it up, though. And they fall on it on the 1st down. That makes sense. 2nd and 11.
I told you that had me worried. That was going to come up at some point in this game, but luckily they recovered the fumble. It cost them a down, although you were throwing at a flat pass at a 6, which is full of its own set of dangers. But they'll take it. 2nd and 11, come out again firing.
DeBerg fumbled 10 times in the regular season, lost 7 of them. And that was one of Dracut's Achilles' heel was the fumble recovery rolls. Here's an end run to Brooks. Oh, again on the defensive card, loses 4, looking for Jamie Mueller, who would not have made that block at the 6 white die. Ouch. 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15. Makes it tough here.
Short pass more. Incomplete on the 11. 4 men in zone. 4th and 15, forced to punt it. Here comes Trzynski. $39 yards. Here's the dangerous Verdun. Fumbles on 10. Gets 28 yards on 6. Up to the 47. Verdun doing his thing.
Wow.
Dracut's fumble recovery margin, meaning offense versus defense, minus 30 percentage points. Last in the league. Erie, though, not far behind, negative 23, meaning when you have the fumble recovery roll, these guys, it usually doesn't go their way. And it turned out okay for Dracut on that drive, but that punt return pretty much makes the fumble, right? I mean, not much different line of scrimmage than if he had fumbled it. Here's a must run.
On a 72% chance of a sack, Ken Harvey can't get past Steve Smith.
Oof.
Random 97.
97, yes, indeed. 1st and 10, Dracut is up against it here with 3:36 left in the third quarter. Linebuck Biner, guessed right, nice stop, makes it 2nd and 10. Big call there. Let's see, would have been no gain either way, so not a big call, but a big result. Off tackle Steve Smith. Strong gets his 15. So Smith has perked up here in the last quarter or so. 1st and 10 up to the Dracut 26. And Erie is looking at a 3-score lead. They will be, I imagine, playing for that here, not taking too many chances. Looking past Biner, nobody's home. Gets 11 yards up to the 15. 1st and 10. It's red alert time. DEFCON 5 here. Or is it DEFCON 1? What's the wrong? Either way. It's, it's time to pull it all out. Defender X makes the play.
Yeah, DEFCON 1 I think is the bad one.
A 4 makes the play again. Don Griffin.
He's a 5. Don's a 5.
Yeah, he's a 5. 2nd and 10.
Showing blitz for a change. Hoping maybe to get him sacked back into that lower field goal range.
Looking past Biner, was trying to look for the Ken Harvey blitz. Gets 7 yards, though, even though Harvey was covering him. 3rd and 3. Now from the 8. Can't flat pass here. Stays pro set.
Randall's got those 2 end runs. This might be a time to break one out.
He would be a good ball carrier. Does not fumble often. Even when he's running, the fumble is low. Linebuck Biner, also a low fumble. Gets 4 yards. Guessed wrong. 1st and goal. Guessed right would have been 3 yards. 18 ticks left here in the 3rd. Goes full house. Riggs joins him in the backfield. Riggs scored in their first matchup. Drake.
And of course, even though it's a low split, that interception split is on 11 for Randall. So if he had tried to throw it up there, maybe that would have been a break.
Mm-hmm. Guessed right. Center cannot make that block. No gain.
Jeff Ukulele, or actually Unlen Hockey, couldn't make the play.
See if he sticks with the full house here. It's 2nd and 4. He does.
And we're into the fourth quarter. So a touchdown here would be devastating.
You need to key. You need to blitz. You got to prevent that field goal from happening. Touchdown is even worse, obviously, but 3 scores is very difficult to come back from. Linebucker Riggs does not double team. The linebacker in the zone cannot make the play. Garth Jacks could not make it. Touchdown, 26-7 Erie.
It was like he's lining up for 2 to make it a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I guess it already is a 3-touchdown lead, but at least it'll give him a chance to maintain the tie if Dracut makes a comeback.
It's in the pro set. Biner and Smith have 2-point conversions during the regular season. This time it's a pass. Brooks hauls it in, makes it 28-7 Erie. 14:42 left 4th quarter. And now you might see some change of strategy from Dracut. Let's see here. If he stays too tight, with Brooks' home run ability, there's an argument for that for sure. But maybe you lose Metzelar's. Maybe 3 wide, 2 running backs. Rely a little bit less on your blocking and more on Brooks' card. Looking for the big ones. Keep the big ones alive, but stays too tight. Long pass Moore. The 0 is back there, and it's a sack. DT in again. His second sack. 88%. It's the 12 roll.
Derek Thomas. I certainly saw him a lot as a Seahawks fan in the 90s.
There's a guessed wrong end run to Brooks. He gets 8 of them back, 3rd and 9. So, Dennis, it might be a little early to project the winner here. I don't know that the winner was going to be your selection anyway, though.
Yeah, no, I hadn't really looked at things now. Have you given it a cursory glance? I was looking at it a little bit earlier to see how I did against some of the 9 and 8 teams. I don't really want to mess around with Pittsburgh, Presque Isle, or Rochester yourself at this point.
12-yard
Look at
pickup
that ones.
on McKellar's card. I haven't spent much time just because I don't get a choice.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I get whoever you guys don't pick.
I see. I did well against Waimea despite their having good pass defense
Thomas in again on a flat
on a
pass
flat
sack.
pass. Jeez.
31% chance. Hits the 5. 2nd and 16.
Somehow I beat Waimea 24-0. And I doubled his yardage. But he's got good. I'm not sure if I want to mess with that.
He has 20-some interceptions on the year. Bad offensive line.
I do like that. It's got my guy John L. Williams. I like that. That's a fun card.
John L. can do a little bit of everything. And he has the other guy who can do a little bit of everything in this set, Albert Bentley, in the backfield. One of them can play halfback. The other can play fullback. You have your hands full there. Short pass to Moore. Plenty of blitzers. And the 4, Chris Dishman makes the play on the 4 white die. Ouch. 3rd and 16. In the shotgun here, so Brooks is not going to look to take it around the end. Short pass, Altoon. He picks up 12 yards with 3 men in zone. Makes it 4th and 4. Dracut will go here. And sticks with their traditional 2 tight set. How did you do against Wisconsin?
That was a last-minute win. I got a field goal to break a 13-13 tie. So not that great. That one, the yardage was pretty even. Wisconsin actually gained me by 50 yards. Pete threw 2 picks. Both teams, well, he lost 2 fumbles. I lost a fumble. So turnovers were pretty much even.
Short gain for Brooks into Erie territory. 11:06 left.
Wisconsin, what are their cards? Good average. I don't want to face a team that's average.
Well, that would be long pass Moore. This time, the defensive back in zone comes up 29 yards to Moore to the Erie 17.
So we got Dunedin, Erie are both average. Let's see.
And whose offense do you rate higher? You know, it's Bo Jackson and Mikowski. Or Randall. With more pedestrian runners, but effective runners.
Right.
Flat pass McKellar. Incomplete on DeBerg's card, 2nd and 10. The Erie runners, save Cunningham, don't hit home runs very often. So you don't have the long run threat other than Randall. You certainly have that with Dunedin. But Mikowski can throw you some picks if you guess them right. Mikowski's calling card has been working 1/3 of the time guessed wrong when he throws. Leads the league. Here's a guessed right draw. Loses a yard. 3rd and 11.
That would have been a short gain, guessed wrong. So even with a big lead, he's not totally giving up on the run.
Right. Stays too tight on this 3rd and 11. Obviously needs touchdowns here, down 21.
I might pick Waimea just because I did well against him in regular season. Plus, the guy hasn't played, Lawrence hasn't played for how many months now? He's finished his season back in late May, early June. Seems like, anyway.
Well, that would mean that I'm picking. And there's a 45-yard gain. Only needed 18. Brooks into the end zone. 28-13. Gary Anderson. Let's see if he can hit something here. He hit his only extra point so far. And this time it's also good on the 10 roll. 28-14. Let's see if we have a onside kick this early. It's a
little
fumble.
early.
It's recovered by the defense.
I was going to say a little
Oh,
early for
my.
that, but look at this.
Even more effective is the kick return fumble by Brian Mitchell. And just like that, it's 28-14, and Dracut is on the precipice of the red zone. On the NFL Network today, they showed the playoff game between Houston and Buffalo that we all remember.
They must have had a fumble kick return on that one.
I don't recall seeing that, but there was all sorts of craziness. And we're seeing something like that here. Short pass, Rob Moore. 3 men in zone.
Guess right. Derek Thomas has stayed home today, though.
It's a snap fumble again, and he loses it to Berg.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
Right on the verge of good things, and that god darn white die, or not white die, but the one out of 1,000
rule. 2. So, it's a 2. Most guys would fumble there. Only a few in the set. Steve Young, Randall Cunningham have a 1.0. So if it makes you feel any better, Michael, I'm sure it doesn't. It wasn't really DeBerg that did you in there. 2nd and 2. Linebuck, Cunningham. It's a yard. 3rd and 1. Hunting for the first down here, which will lead to more clock running. Let's see if he goes back to Randall. Expect to see Michael sell out one way or the other here. It's a big play. Force a punt.
Look for a pass to one of those backs.
Linebuck Binder, 2 men there. No gain. Big stop for Dracut. They'll get the ball right back. Landetta on with Mathis lurking. Mathis had a punt return touchdown in their first meeting. Does he go coffin corner here? That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I bet Mike wishes he went coffin corner against Verdun a couple times.
Kicking straight away. Here's Mathis. 21 yards, so not the touchdown, but a net of only 28. Dracut starts out their own 38, 6:36 left. This game is far from over. So if you take Wamia, that actually means I get a selection, right?
I got to look, and I'm not saying I will take Wamia. Dunedin is the other one. I mean, Bo Jackson or no. He's given up more points than he scored, so that is something to consider.
Toon can't hold it in. Guessed right on his card. 2nd and 10. Yeah, Dunedin, it's a potential shootout with Dunedin. And yeah, matchups always matter. If you have a strong defensive line pass rush, then, Wamia's a good matchup for you. End run Brooks gets 5. Because he can keep your linebackers back with the flat passing of Rutledge. 3rd and 5. Brooks now hits his first fatigue level.
He took Rutledge out of the game after he started 7 of 14 and brought Rippon in, and then I just went whole hog on Rippon and wound up sacking him 7 times.
Yeah, Rippon struggled this year. 14 yards from McKellar up to Erie's 43, 5:06 left. Wamia finished 6th in flat pass looking pass attempts. I thought it'd be a little bit higher than that. You actually did a little bit more than him. He finished at 283. You at 290 in the flats. I'm sorry, no, you did not. You finished toward the bottom. He was at 6th, 239. Flat pass McKellar. Again, complete for 9. But anyway, I expected him to be top 3 there with Rutledge. But
4:30 to go, and nearing the red zone. Brooks is out of unfatigued carries.
Short pass, guessed wrong.
3 men in
Opportunity here,
zone.
3 men in zone. It's 14 for Mathis. Might hope for more in the 11 roll, but he'll take it up to the 20. 4:12 left.
I wouldn't give up on running the ball with Brooks, though. He hasn't been a formation that's not conducive to running. Trying to get 2 short passes.
Lost you a little bit, Dennis.
Looks like he's trying to get 2 short passes to get in the end zone. So we'll see if that comes to fruition.
Here's Mathis again. 4 men guessed right.
Covered by 0.
14 yards. Up to the 6. 3:54 left. Full house now.
Harold Green time.
Well, he has some nice right running. So does Brooks, of course. And Mueller is a dark horse too. Short pass tune. Guessed wrong. Defender makes the play.
Oof.
He's up against the 5. Let's take a quick look at Mueller's card because you get the benefit of the 6 run block of Brooks. Yeah, Mueller can do some good work, guessed right. Off tackle, especially. Second and goal from the 6. Short pass again, McKellar. Lots of blitzers coming. Long gain, touchdown. Keith McKellar, 6 yards from DeBerg. It's 28-20. Gary Anderson makes it a 7-point game. Now, 3:18, decision time. He kicks away, touchback.
There was a 45% chance of a sack there, and it was a white die of a random roll of 82.
James Brooks made the block.
Kicking deep is the right move, I think, here with 3 minutes to go in all 3 of your timeouts, and in this rule set especially. Remember, we still have those 2 in runs for Randall.
14 yards for Horton. Guessed wrong.
Michael cognizant of that and calling around.
If he would have onside kick, then he'd be in deep, deep trouble right now. So made the right move.
Now he needs to get a stop.
Yep. He can even give up a first down here and have a good shot, but that's what he bought, go kicking deep. So can afford to take some chances here on first down if he's in the mood. Short pass Hester. Blitzer's coming. Incomplete. Found the second high linebacker. None were there. Those are the 4-men defensive card, 2nd and 10.
Good move to bring that 4th man down in the zone, but Hester would have made the play even with 3 men in zone. I mean, not Hester. Don Griffin covering Hester.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 10, not showing blitz, 3-4. You are allowed to go 3-3-5 anytime under 5 minutes.
Off tackle Biner, nobody home guessed wrong. Looking for that short gain, gets it. 16 yards, Biner's short gain, the theme of the game perhaps. It's been a steady dose of short gains from Biner. Up to the 50. So we'll hit the warning, and now it's do or die for Dracut.
This is where you need to make your stand. 3 good calls. Make 3 good calls, get the ball back.
Here's one good call. 3 yards, though. I guess he'll take that. 2nd and 7. Burns a timeout.
Manages carries well, has Brian. He's got 11 left with Biner, 5 left with Smith, and 2 end runs with Cunningham.
That's one thing about Erie. I mean, there's so many carries. Biner led the league in the NFL, real life. Smith, and then so many other backs behind him, too. Riggs can get you some tough yards. Off tackle, Biner guessed right. Nobody there. Gets 21, make it, and that'll do it. Barring a fumble, which can happen. It is not quite able to get it all the way down, or Kenny. So let's see here. 145.
It'll be 8 seconds left if he just takes 3 knees.
See, with the good fumbling of Cunningham, you can afford to line buck him if you're in the mood. Doesn't really have the center that's going to get you that 10 yards on 6.
Biner's a minimum fumbler as well.
Yep. And there is Biner. The tackle can't make that block, at least that way. And so it's a yard. Last time out from Dracut. Not showing blitz here. I would show blitz. I mean, that sort of ensures that he's going to run it in case he wants to pull anything weird on you. And it's a guessed right, no gain, 3rd and 9. And
So we'll go from 52 to 8 seconds here. Assuming he doesn't throw it. Maybe he doesn't realize it, but he could just about knee it out. Shooting for that minor short gain again, maybe on 4. Guessed right.
That would be fitting. So he did guess pass. Not going to get it. 8 seconds. He'll be able to take it down to 1 second.
So barring a blocked field goal and a return, this is it.
That would be it, yes. Matt Barr is on. It is good. And that will do it with an onside kick. 31-21. Kicked away. And the game is over. Congratulations to Erie. They advance to the playoffs. Now, attention turns to Dennis Crowley and his selection for the playoffs this weekend. They'll give it to us right on this broadcast. We know you will, Dennis.
I got to look at things. So I am not prepared to make my announcement yet, but I will give it a blow over and I will have it out tonight.
Okay, very good. Let's see. I'm sure.
See if Mike wants to come on with us.
Don't even have to ask. Nope. You want to ping him directly? He may have dropped quickly. Somebody dropped quickly.
Sure.
Nope, there he is. Michael, are you with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
It was fading in and out a little bit, but heard you. Yep.
You hear me? Yeah.
Your thoughts,
that was a tough one. That was a tough one, Mike.
It's just a horrible game. I mean, I just can't do anything right. I get a long gain. I get the 45. Missed a field goal, +4. I think I got too conservative down in the red zone early in the game. If I threw some short passes, they would have been TDs.
I was calling for the draw on a couple of third downs, where I felt he was calling pass a lot there. I mean, he did switch it up, and he stuck you with a draw late in the game, but
yeah,
he wasn't. You get that zero nose tackle, you want to expose him a little bit, but.
Yeah, I have to run Brooks off tackle. I can't run him linebucker because linebucker is terrible. But I can run Green up the middle. That's why I was kind of hoping I could slip him in there once in a while and then go deep on him when if he called run on Green. But I just couldn't get anything going. I mean, a lot of times I had my wide receiver, deep and short. I did hit a long gain, but I just didn't get any points out of the long gain in the first 45-yard run. I think I might have got 3 out of that.
And then he seemed to keep landing on his card.
Oh, the
wrong, short gain after short gain after short gain.
The minor 4s were just crazy.
And a 9 or 2.
Yeah, right. At one point, he had 5 runs, 3 short gains, and then later, I think there was a 4th on his 7th run, and then he just picked up another one on his 15th. But, I mean, I wasn't calling enough run to get any of those breaks. But, yeah, I mean, I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know where I went wrong with this team. This team's a lot better. I mean, I got a Hall of Fame right outside linebacker, and I just couldn't really do much on defense.
Well, his Hall of Fame right outside linebacker did a lot of damage. Did you think of throwing to Brooks a little bit more?
No, because I was worried about leaving the 0 back. You know what, though? I mean, my flat is so poor that it's even tough to even throw flat. I mean, I didn't keep him honest enough. But by the end of the game, that when I'm down by 21, the game's over. All the chances I had to do anything to make him back off. He wasn't blitzing like that crazy, the first 3 quarters. Then when he's up 21, of course, then I have the blitz coming because I can't run so much. But so I played myself into that problem. I bet you there wasn't a sack in the first half. Well, not by him, right? Probably. I'll have to check it.
You ended up with 4. I think Kennard got you there on the after the 45-yard run by Brooks in the red zone. Kennard got you before the missed field goal.
That was a safety blitz. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you consider going away from the 2 tight end set and going to the halfback blocking back set? Because we looked at your fullback Mueller, who unlike Metzler, you lose one in run blocking, but he can go deep, and he would have been covered by a 4 with that one outside linebacker.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? He wasn't really stopping Moore. There was no double teams on Moore. I had that play whenever I needed it. But I never really. I think I got a 29 late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was it. It was funny. The first time I played him, I looked at the log. First play, I threw deep to Moore against run, incomplete. Second play, I threw short pass to Moore, run, incomplete. And I think today was the same thing. I threw deep to Moore, wrong, incomplete. Short to Moore, incomplete. And then on third, I got a receiver hit in a 7 right in the middle.
Incomplete right around.
Right.
And then like you were telling me before, Randall hit that one long run before the half. And again today, this time on a must run instead of an end run. You got another long run, this time for a touchdown for 40-something yards.
Yeah, Brian, if you're listening, well played against me, I'll tell you that. Randall gets his 47 long run for the season, and then just to put a little more icing on the cake, give me the 52 today in the playoff game for a TD.
And I got to say, I mean, your offense was pretty effective. I mean, Brooks, if you look at the stat line, and he was the ball carrier of the game. I mean, he led everybody in everything, every category. And DeBerg threw the ball well. He snap fumbles. We'll come back to that in a second. But it was really about his offense against your defense. That he could just, whether it was Randall or whether it was Biner, and Smith took a while to get going, but he got going. I mean, at the end of the day, he had all of his weapons working.
Yeah, I mean, it's a run and pass game, and I couldn't seem to get it right later in the game. I mean, you know what? I came in saying I was going to kind of give him the run a little bit and try to double as much as possible to get rid of the must runs to Randall, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't really get that working. It just didn't work. His running game was really hurting me early in the game, and that made me leery of double teaming, and I had to stick more guys in the holes. And then just see right there at the end, I don't cover a hole and bang, he's right up there for 21 yards. So it was just tough thing.
After 18 games and after this game, let's go back to your second round pick at DeBerg over Everett, right? Your thoughts on that? If you knew he was going to fumble 12 times in 18 games, you knew you weren't getting the INT, but he fumbled a lot. Would you swap him in for Everett at this point, or would you stuck with that DeBerg pick?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Everett would have been better. I didn't realize the flat was going to hurt me so much, not having a good flat. But I don't know. It was tough. I mean, he threw. I think he threw 3 games. He threw 2 picks, and 1 game he threw 1 pick. And tonight he didn't throw any, but. Yeah, I don't know. I still like the DeBerg pick, but yeah, maybe I didn't realize there were so many great long pass cards in this set, or it was going to be such a weapon. Mm-hmm. I mean, Butch is in the playoffs with a quarterback that threw 20-something picks, and he had a -20 turnover ratio, but was very effective with him. I mean, when I played him, he probably threw 4 TD passes. And I got hurt by the bomb this year, even with the 6 back there. I wasn't getting hurt on my card, but I was getting hurt on the offense's card. I think it was Midwest who had Everett. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the game against him, I lose to him. I got crushed, but
Bombs away. I remember
Bombs
watching that game.
away. Exactly. Right. It was, two or three bombs basically for the game. And the league's kind of turned into that a little bit. I kind of changed a little bit as the season went on, thinking, you know what, enough of this dink and dunk, short pass your way down the field, flat pass your way, get short gains. Forget that, because you're not going to string together enough good plays to do that. You're going to have a receiver hit that's a miss because, they're about 50-50, the receivers, short pass. And, I think the strategy was just go for bombs, hit as many as you can.
Yep.
And if you hit 3 in a game, that's 21 points. And that's probably going to be enough to keep you in it.
Yep. I think that's right. We talked a lot. I talked a lot about that in the season review show. You might recall. I mean, stringing together 17 plays, which is what I have to do that a lot. Even though Elway can go deep pretty well, and Ramstein had to do that a lot too. It's difficult. It's harder than the modern set. It's difficult, especially in this set. Weird things: snap fumbles, sack fumbles. Receiver fumbles, especially on flat passes, right? Which are going to come up more because the receiver card comes up more. There's too many weird things can happen too often to count on 17 play drives in this set. I'm with you.
Yeah, or you just hit the D card and you get the -4, -2, -3, -1 type
on first or second down.
Because there's no white die 6. So.
Yep. Right. Yeah. I mean, it is really hard to move the ball. The flat pass, it's difficult to move the ball. It is. I find it difficult defending the flat when you have a bunch of 4s, though. They're always getting those little pieces of yardage, the 5 and the 3 and the 4. If you don't 2 out of 3 times, they're going to make that play.
Mm-hmm.
And also stuffing with 4s. 2 out of 3 times, you're not going to make it. But yeah, I just found it. And Brooks, he really turned it on at the end of the season. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, he killed Pittsburgh. He killed Philadelphia. Yep. Yesterday, I think he had a decent day. Although I ran him off tackle against a 6 with containment, and he rolled 3-12, and it got contained against the 6. If I ran end run, it would have been a 56-yard run. Mm-hmm. So and there was no containment on that outside, and so I screwed that up yesterday.
You're sure right about Brooks, though. He was at the season review show. He was, I think, at 4.3 per carry. He ended the season at 5.0.
Yeah.
To make that kind of move in the last couple games. Yeah. And he had a big game today, too, which you don't see in that number, right? It was the right first round pick. That's for damn sure. He's a strong, dangerous back. He can catch the ball really well, too. I would have liked to see him catch a few more balls today.
Yeah, but, I don't think I threw to him once. Yeah, you're just trying to get that receiver wrong.
Yep.
And then him thinking about keeping the linebacker.
About keeping him back. Yep.
Right. Yeah, I probably could have thrown deep on him then or something.
Yep.
But
and as the game, I mean, the comment we made during the game was that, well, what's Metzelar's value at this point in the game? Either go blocking back, like Dennis is saying, which gives you Mueller deep, or go 3 wide 2 which might draw a nickel, which at least see if he's going to give you the nickel, because then you can really run off Brooks's card,
right? With
reckless abandon. Who cares about the blocking at that point? You're looking for big ones, down 28-7, right? I mean,
right? Yeah.
You're not gonna be upset about 3 yards here and there. You're looking for those long gains.
Yeah, that's the subtle part. I didn't realize the blocking back. I could use that formation. Since I came back, I haven't really looked at that very deep. But look, at that point it's 28-7, and you did a great job getting back in it. You got the fumble, and DeBerg gives it right back. Yeah, that was classic. I debated on picking it up and running with it there. Now in retrospect I probably should have. But if I had ever fumbled that away, I would have been just beside myself. Yeah, I mean, if you run it in, you're like, oh, that's great. But if I ever cough that up.
Yeah, right. Well, just to make the point again, all the second guessing Dennis and I are doing. I mean, bottom line is you got right back in this game and you had a chance doing it your way. So good on you for getting as close as you did down 28-7 late in the third.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at not losing my cool when I'm down a lot of points. I'm not good at not losing my cool when it's a real close game. and I earlier this year I was down 28-0 to somebody, and I came back and I beat him in overtime 34-28.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah, that was against Presque Isle, the number 3 seed, I think.
Yeah,
Or number
yeah. So
3 or 4 seed.
I'm not bad at trying to keep it together, but yeah, you know,
That's an impressive comeback.
when I mean, of course, everything's got to go right. Of course, everything just went right for me. I picked up a fumble and ran at 42 yards for a touchdown in that mix in the third quarter. But
Nice.
yeah, one of the funny things, I'm looking at the box score from the game today, and he ran for 260 yards on me
Yeah, it was crazy
on
how
36 carries. I mean, I know I didn't call run a lot, but that was pretty impressive. Pretty.
Yeah,
Oh
40,
well, I
Well, a lot
forget.
of that
42
was
of them came on
must run, yeah.
Randall's. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Randall run. Yeah.
Or 2 or 3, because he had some other big he had a third down conversion must run, or 2 maybe.
Yeah, Randall was 9 for 99 the first time I played him, and remember you were like, "Wow," when I told you that, Anthony. And then today, 7 for 102.
Even better. Hold
Yeah,
my beer, he says.
I know.
Well, any more thoughts on the
cow.
season, Michael?
Yeah, good season. I mean, I'm very disappointed. I think this is the first time I haven't made it to the second round, so I was due to get knocked out of a BR or a SS early, and this is it. But yeah, I'm really disappointed in my effort this year with this team. I really thought this team was loaded on offense. With Brooks and DeBerg, I figured I could really move the ball, and I can usually deal with a defense that's average. But this year, it didn't work. A lot of people were running all over me, passing all over me, and especially the bombs. I really got hurt by the bombs, but not lately. Not today and not yesterday. The one bomb that really hurt was the Steve Smith receiver hit tonight. Remember that one?
Right. Yes.
That was a big one. I don't know whether it was 3rd and 10 or something like that, and thought I was going to get the ball back. I think he turned that into 7. And that was when the game was close, meaning 10-7 or but yeah, that was another one that really hurt. I thought.
Yeah, and you had that one where you double teamed correctly with a linebacker, but it was a short pass and it hit for a first down, which if you would have left everybody home, it wouldn't have. But you got to be aggressive, especially against that Randall card, to cut that on the must runs. So damned if you do, damned if you don't.
What was the
well,
one?
Dennis,
when
you're
I
up. You'll get us your view.
Yeah.
The linebacker double teamed on the short pass. If it was 4 men in zone, it would have been a blank.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I didn't double team. I get it. I didn't double team with safety. It was with a linebacker.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, it was linebacker double team.
Right. So
and the safety was double team somebody else.
Right.
But there you go. So I will have the next round playoff files as soon as I get feedback from everybody else. I got to look at the seedings.
And who's on deck, Dennis? Pittsburgh?
Yes, Pittsburgh's on deck, and then
I trust he's not on vacation.
No, he's good.
Good. And then after that's Wamia, if one of you guys don't select Wamia.
And then it's you, right?
And then it's me. And Wamia's out in Hawaii, so maybe we can get this done tonight, if not tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna look at a couple things, make my pick, and then I'm gonna text Ron. And then if you can hang out, Anthony, I should have an answer to you pretty quick, because I am leaning towards picking Waimea, but we'll see. Let me look at it.
Very good. Well,
all right.
Congratulations on a good season, Michael.
Thank you.
Wish it would have ended a different way for you.
Yeah. Well, everyone but one person ends up in my situation.
Right on. Well, congratulations to Brian and Erie. They advance and await their opponent, and we'll hopefully get the playoffs started tomorrow, next day, and have a very active weekend.
Yeah, well deserved, Brian. Good job.
Until then, have a good night, everybody.
Take care. Bye.